Cameron, almost a week in and one game and one win under your belt. Do you like what you've found so far?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, obviously it's been pleasing so far. Obviously the result last Saturday was obviously a great one to kickstart my time off, but obviously for the boys as well to bounce back after the disappointing one the week before. So yeah, it's just business as usual this week training. The lads have been bright and sharp, and you know, it's just sort of about the prep work for Cheltenham come Saturday. A
really good performance at Charlton. I imagine it was nice to watch from the bench, and then even nicer to come on and play a part and get it over the line.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought some of the play at times was top notch. You know, it was top level stuff. The detailing in the play, the patience to build up the chances we created. So you know, we give them an opportunity to get back in the game, and you know, we had to weather the storm a little bit in the second half. But that's to be expected sometimes when you go away from home. But great character to show the resilience and the belief to keep going, and obviously got the second goal, and you know, looked like we was, you know, gonna score a couple more comfortably, but you know, nevertheless a fantastic away performance.
And as a striker, we created a lot of chances last week. Again, does that make you excited about what is potentially to come? Yeah, absolutely. Just looking at the structure of the team, and obviously the way we attack and the waves of attack. I was just looking at some things at the training ground with the manager then and a few other new players, so you know, we sort of licking our lips at the chances we created and stuff like that. So it's just the detail in terms of the philosophy of the way the manager wants to play and stuff like that. So you know, it is obviously rewarding for the forward players when it works. It really works, and you can see you know, the proofs in the pudding. Obviously, like you said, Saturday's game with the amount of chances we created, I think our XG was, you know, 5.2, which is crazy really for an away side, but that is pleasing. And there was a lot of new faces in the building. 6 in January, I think it was a good month for the club, and it finished well. Obviously with yourself coming in towards the end and a couple more after you. So I suppose everybody will take a little bit of time to bed it in, but the other way is you've not a lot of time because you want to keep on this run and keep on this momentum. Yeah, absolutely. But you know, I think it was the ideal time for the club to not freshen things up, but to add a little bit more depth to the squad and just, you know, keep things going, keep the positive factor going, and keep the feel good factor and momentum. And this is where seasons, you know, are sort of won and lost in these times. You know, if you have a positive window in the winter window, then you know, you can keep the continuity going and the confidence going within the side. And you know, obviously you're playing for prizes, and the prizes are given out at the end of the season, and we want to be there when the prizes are handed out. So you know, I thought it was a smart move by the football club in terms of the recruitment and the strategy of recruitment as well. You're a promotion winner in the past 2 or 3 times in your career. You've been there and done it, got the T-shirt, as they say. It's relentless up there, isn't it? You can't afford to let off it. We're in the top 6, we're in a good position, just a case of hanging in there and just seeing what happens come the end. Yeah, I mean, you just got to look at the fixtures week by week and just take every game as they come. There's going to be a couple of blips by all the teams in the top 6 at the minute. So you know, we just got to hope we win enough football matches to stay in there come the end of the season. There's going to be times where we might drop points against, you know, someone who's low down the table. Then there's going to be games where, you know, we're playing a direct rival and we manage to get, you know, a good win against people like that. So you just got to take every game as it comes and look at it as an accumulative points tally at the end of the season. You know, I think they say about 72 points is enough to get into the playoffs, I believe. So yeah, I think that's sort of the aim, just to try and secure our place in there first and foremost, and then, you know, see where we end up from there. You've played on the biggest stages in this country, or the top Premier League grounds. You've played at Wembley. Here tomorrow, it's a nice stadium. I think 2017 last time you played here, if I've worked it out properly. So you've had a taste of it before, but how much are you looking forward to playing here as a Bolton Wanderers player? Yeah, it's going to be great. I mean, obviously, you're always excited as a player making your home debut. You want to showcase your talent in front of the home fans, and you know, I'm sure some of the, especially the older fans might be aware of my talents already, but you've scored 1 or 2 against us. Yeah, you can give them a gentle reminder what you've still got a little bit of juice left in the tank, and obviously for the younger fans as well, it'd be nice to be able to showcase some stuff. But yeah, absolutely looking forward to the game on Saturday, and you know, hoping we get another big crowd here, and the fans can get right behind the boys. Yeah, the 1,500 there at Cheltenham last week was great away support. I know Vic he's come from Burton, a slightly different kettle of fish from yourself in terms of where he's been past. I know he was impressed with that. It just gives a taste of the sort of appetite there, doesn't it? And everything feels on the up, and everybody's trying to deliver. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I spoke to the manager after the Derby game, and you know, he talked about the numbers going down there, which is fantastic, and obviously down to London, all the way down there, 1,500 people on a Saturday morning for a TV game.
it's crazy numbers, but it just goes to show the level of support this football club has, and obviously the size of this football club. People forget where this club's been and what it was before. You know, obviously the journey, what it's taken. You know, the last 5 to 10 years has not gone great in terms of where the football club once were, but you know, the good time seem to be coming back, and you know, there seems to be some real good feel-good factor about this club again, and you know, it's exciting.
Just lastly, we're very focused on the run into this season, but let's not forget you're with us for next year as well. At least you're 36, you look great, you're obviously still hungry, you want to play. Just tell us about that, about the longevity of your career, and you know, you don't do what you've done without having A, success, B, ability, and C, a lot of hunger. It's still there, I presume.
Exactly, yeah. The things you talk about there, you know, football is always evolving, it's always getting quicker. You know, the game is at an all-time high in terms of intensity. And the statistics have just become so a big part of the game now. So people are analytically looking at football differently, rather than just through the naked eye and seeing what you see on a Saturday or from the stands. People are looking at things from stat sheets and things like that. So I think you've got to match up on all sorts of things. You can't just rely on your name in terms of you know, Joe Bloggs, who's been there and done it round the block 1,000 times. You know, people have got to look at you and say, well, is there substance to back up the argument in terms of bringing someone, especially of my age, into the football club, and obviously behind the stats and the physical data, and obviously what I've contributed in my time at Luton down there, then obviously there was an argument for the manager to go and fight my corner and bring me in. So obviously I'm grateful for him for doing so, and you know, I just want to repay the favour and repay the faith shown in the football club and the manager. What it was the right decision to do that.